In a Christmas Carol unit, I taught literary device flashback, which was used by Dickens in chapter 2. My students are very active and they have short attention when teachers gave them lecturing presentation. So I think it would be boring for the ninth grade student if I gave them a 15 minutes lecture of flashback. So I decided to incorporate kinesthetic learning with presentation to make it fun and interactive. In addition, this activity connects students' personal life to the story of chapter 2 and it helps students to understand the story better. Here is what I did with my students. I prepared Snowflake worksheets and borrowed scissors from arts department one day ahead. After prayer, I carry on the activity Best Festival Memory during the warm-up section. I handed out the worksheet and I have a student to help distribute the scissors. Meanwhile, I was giving them instruction about what they were going to do. Considering the students were from different cultural backgrounds, I did not require them to write memory about Christmas only. Instead, I said, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, use the scissors to cut a paper snowflake, and then write down a best festival memory you have in the past. Even though I hope for you to write about Christmas, however, I would like to give you options. You can choose to write any memory from any festival. Use 3 minutes to write it down on a snowflake with complete sentences. After they finish, I asked students to share their memory. Students got very excited and engaged in sharing. And then I asked them to tape the snowflake on the wall. Next, I started my presentation with asking student questions. When we talk about memory, when did it happen? Some student says in the past, and some students said 2 months ago or 1 year ago. I told them they were all right. I said, when you started thinking and writing your festival memory, your mind flashed back to your past. Maybe 2 months ago, maybe 1 year ago, to search the happy moment you have. In today's class, before we start reading chapter 2, we will learn what is flashback in a novel. And then I used 5 minutes to give students a brief instruction about flashback and how it worked in a novel. As I noticed, students were more focused during the class. I checked their understanding by asking them the question, which was also a good starter of the class. In chapter 2, the ghost of Christmas past takes Scrooge back to his past. What literary device did Dickens use here? And all the students could answer the question with flashback right away. I believe kinesthetic learning strategy is helpful for ninth grader as well. I consider my students are still kids and they like to play. Having them to do some little artwork and connecting the activity to the literature terminology totally work well with my students. They participated in the game and learned the concept through the activity. This strategy helps students to learn actively by doing artwork instead of sitting and receiving messages negatively. I think it's successful in my class.